Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Schoeffer Gymnasium, where you're going to be watching the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears take on the Lees-McRae Bobcats. The Bears come into this matchup 2-1 and then 1-0 in the conference, where Lees-McRae is just getting their season started, 1-1 after coming off a full week off from the SAC and Conference of the Carolinas tourney, where they went 1-1. I'm joined by Blake, who is a coach, an assistant coach last year for Lenoir-Rhyne, so he's going to be able to give us a little bit of insight to what the Bears are doing this season and how it compares to last year. Looking forward to a great matchup today. The last game, Wednesday, against Wingate, the Bears came out victorious 75-70 on Wednesday in a conference game. Kevin Kangu went 20 points. Jalen Johnson went 16 with 1 block, and then Fowler McLean both 10 points. We're getting ready to go with the national anthem, and we'll step aside so you can listen to that.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Schoeffer Gymnasium for today's basketball game. At this time, we ask you to please rise if you are able as we observe a moment of silence. It is with great sadness that we announce that last night, one of our own Lenoir-Rhyne football player, Alexander, tragically lost his life. Alexander was a 19-year-old freshman on the football team. We ask for a moment of silence as we remember his life and his tragic passing.
Got up double digits quick and maintained that for all the first half, but then hit a little cold spell in the second half, and Wingate was able to get back into it. But the Bears were able to come out on top, regain the momentum there at the end, and come out on top. So, like I said, great way to start 1-0 in conference, pushed them to 2-1 on the year. So I know it felt good, and they're excited for today's matchup against Lees-McRae.
Yeah, absolutely. Shooting 58% in the first half, as you mentioned. Shooting pretty good, and then 49% field goals on the night, 25 points off the bench, 38 points in the paint, where we really saw them dominate over Wingate, and that gave them the boost for the win through the stat sheet, and 21 points off turnovers. But the biggest thing that stands out to me is 0 second chance points, although they did, so not rebounding as well. Nas Tyson had 8 rebounds, so what can you say about the second chance points?
Yeah, the Bears did a great job limiting Wingate on the glass. I mean, usually Wingate's a pretty good team. Not great, but pretty good with second chance points. And obviously Nas stands out with 8 rebounds from the guard position, which is always a plus when you can have a guard getting, 5 or plus rebounds. So 8's always a great number. So great job by the Bears then. They'll try and do the same thing with Lees-McRae, who's got pretty good size tonight. I'm sure it's another game where they focus on limited second chance points like they always do.
Yeah, especially coming into where this is their first real game, or coming off a full week off. As I said earlier, the South Atlantic Conference and the Conference of the Carolinas had a tournament where they went 1-1, and then they had the whole week off to prepare for this game. So they were watching that Wednesday night game versus Wingate, and the starting lineup for the Bears. Number 5, Jalen Johnson. 11, Tim Steele. Number 15, Kevin Kangu. Number 23, Nas Tyson. And 33, Cooper Fowler. And for the Lees-McRae Bobcats, our starting lineup is going to be Timon Jones, number 3, Malik McConnell, number 4, London England, number 25, Drew Gardner, and number 32, Gabe Bryant. As we're getting ready for tip-off in this non-conference matchup, really just getting the season started. We'll wait for tip-off as it looks like Cooper Fowler and Bryant out there for the tip-off. And we are underway in the shoe. Kangoo grabs the ball early.
Looks like Lees-McRae came out with some zone. Bears might have been expecting man. They might have had a man play call, but Miles Tyson misses the pull-up jumper to start.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of communication really early. You saw Cooper Fowler outside the three-point line. I'm expecting him to be a little bit more inside where he's playing right now. Jones dishing the ball out to the side, trying to work their play in. Bryant hits a jump shot, and that's 2 on the board for the Bobcats early.
You'll see Lees-McRae in some sort of press pretty much all game, whether it's a 2-2-1 or a full-court man. They just like to keep the pressure up. High scoring, averaged 93 a game last year, so they want this game up-tempo.
And a big 3 missed in the corner by Kangoo. Giving the Bobcats back the ball. An open 3 shot.
That's Lees-McRae right there. England was able to catch it in transition. Knock down that 3 for a quick 5-0 lead for Lees-McRae.
It's going to be a fast-paced game. Expect a lot of movement and a lot of opening space, and that's going to be long for Cooper Fowler in the corner. He's been known to shoot a lot of those three-point shots we saw last year where he'd stand well beyond the three-point line. And where I think we're going to see Lenoir-Rhyne struggle is from beyond that three-point line. Mason Hawks was their main three-point shooter, and now he's graduated and moved on. And then we haven't really seen who's going to stand out beyond that line. We have a lot of crafty guys for the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears and a couple big guys out on the court. Is that three ball is going to come up a little bit short for McConnell. Not a whole lot of movement inside as Cooper Fowler starts to move down inside, and that's going to be another three-point shot missed by Tyson.
Yeah, I think the Bears would like to get something inside, not necessarily a shot inside, but a pass inside to collapse that zone to start and then get that ball moving. They haven't been able to do that quite yet, so I'm sure they'll focus on that as we move forward.
Keeping the ball along the outside, not seeing anything they like, but that's going to be Gardner with a little jumper from the outside, making the Bobcats lead 7-0, 3 minutes in to this matchup, and that's going to be another three-point shot missed.
Lees-McRae, obviously the press to get steals, but another point of the pressure is to take shots quick, not necessarily that you in the flow of the offense, and they've done that so far. That was one by Tim right there. So Lees-McRae's strategy is working up to this point. The Bears will have to adjust moving forward.
Yeah, with the Bears being so dominant inside the court, Tyson's not going to get a shot there. He's going to get an and one. Sending Tyson to the line, putting the Bears on the board, and hoping for a couple more here.
Great job by the Bears. They're pushing in transition and playing under control, shot faking and drawing the foul. And getting to the line for this potential three-point play.
Yeah, a couple subs now for the Bears. Number 1, Malik Lagania, and number 21, TJ Nesmith, junior from Burlington, North Carolina. Tyson's going to knock down that free throw, making the score 7-3, Lees-McRae. Pass down to the inside. Harris misses the point, but that's going to be put back by McConnell.
Good defense initially by the Bears there. Weren't able to secure the defense rebound, and Lees-McRae gets the easy layup.
An open pass, and that's going to be 2 more for the Bears. That's going to be Nesmith. Quick pass inside and good vision for the pass, and we're going to see a fast break here. Johnson, pass inside to Kangu, can't collect it, and that's going to be given right back to the Bobcats. Tyson, what a play to break it up.
Great hustle there by Nas to get back in transition and get the possession back for the Bears there.
Gonna take a wide open 3 here, knocks it down. Nesmith only in the game for a minute, 5 points on the board. A big 3 there for the Bears, making the lead 9-8.
Bears have responded nicely after going down 7-0 on an 8-2 run here to bring the game back within 1 point.
Definitely getting a little bit more comfortable, but that's going to be an and 1 for the Bobcats, sending Harris to the line, as I believe we're heading into the media timeout, and we'll be right back here on the Bear Sports Network.
Thank you.
Back here inside the shoe, Lees-McRae taking an early lead in the first 5 minutes over Lenoir-Rhyne, 11-8. Seeing some crafty plays early. The Bears struggling a little bit on the offensive side right off the bat, but able to find a couple smooth passes inside, staying beyond the perimeter, finding a little bit of open space down on the inside. Struggled in those first couple minutes, but started to come back to it, and you're seeing Harris on the line for the Bobcats trying to extend their lead. He's going to knock that one down.
Yeah, Lees-McRae got out to a fast start. Bears were able to respond with an 8-2 run, and Lees-McRae's three-point play there was able to push it back to a 4-point lead.
Yeah, Lees-McRae kind of putting on a loose but tight defensive stand right now. You see the press working a little bit, but they're playing a little bit off as Tyson McLean's going to hit that jumper.
Good job by the Bears there running the offense. Tyson's able to use the ball screen and get to the free throw line to knock down that jumper.
Yeah, good look there for the Bobcats, but that's going to be forced out. I believe it's going to be a Lenoir-Rhyne ball. So, Blake, explain what the press does for a team that might not see it all the time.
It's just different, you know. It's not something you usually work on. I mean, it's not one of the first things you work on in the preseason. But when you see it early in the year, it's not necessarily something you've worked on a ton. So when you see the press, you know, you just want to be strong with the ball. Good passes, don't get sped up. And you can take advantage of it if you're able to, you know, not turn it over and play smart. You can take advantage and get easy shots, but if you don't, you can obviously turn it over, quick shots, leading to opportunities for Lees-McRae or the pressing team, whoever that is.
Absolutely. Saw an and one there by Lagania. A really tough shot, and he's going to draw the foul, sending him to the line, trying to take the lead for the first time here for the Bears. And he's going to knock it down. Free throws are going to be so important through this game. Expecting it to be a tight one. Not expecting either team to really come out firing. Lees-McRae, this is only their third game of the season, and Lenoir-Rhyne, this is only their fourth. So it's just super early in the season, looking to see what each team has. Johnson takes a look. He's going to Euro step and knock it down. What a crafty play.
Great job by Jalen there. He had the opportunity to shoot three, but decided to pass that up and get to the rim and get an easy layup.
See movement on the other side. Stewart, his first minutes of the game, and he's going to make his presence known early. Bears battling the press, dishing it out to Tyson McLean, setting up the offense for the Bears. Lagania is going to drive in and miss the shot, giving it back to the Bobcats. The Bobcats staying out on the perimeter. Good defense by the Bears, but they're going to draw the foul, being able to close down right on the inside.
Yeah, TJ Naismith got him with the lower body there. Didn't get him with a reach in, but a little too physical with his lower body there, guarding that ball screen.
That's going to keep that ball with the Bears. That's going to be a long three, and it's not going to be able to get down. Lots of players scoring early for the Bears. They're going to Bobcats on a fast break. Big block up at the bucket. Not being able to get that one down. Shabazz going in for the shot, not going to get it. And we're going to see the jam here. Oh, a layup, actually. Decides against it by Stewart for the Bobcats.
Great hustle by Elijah on that last trip down to get the block. Wasn't able to hit the layup, and a little cherry picking by Lees-McRae there. Got an easy layup. Worked out for him there on that layup attempt.
Yeah, the Bears really struggling with this really tight defense by the Bobcats right now. Just trying to find and make space right now. He's going to find it out on the edge and knock down a three. That's going to be Joseph.
Bears got a little ball moving there. We're able to get a nice baseline look for P.J. Joseph there. Knocked it down.
Tough shot there. Good defense by the Bears. Wide open three. Gonna knock it down. Back-to-back three-pointers by Joseph.
Good job pushing in transition. Got P.J. a wide open three there. He's able to knock down back-to-back buckets for him.
Jump shot by Jones in the middle. That's going to be his first points of the day. 7 different Bobcats have scored now. Nobody really extending their lead. It's going to be a foul by the Bobcats, keeping the ball with the Bears. Coach Everett Sullivan, we're going to head into a media timeout, and we'll be right back here on the Bears Sports Network.
Celebrate great with Carolina West Wireless. Great new phones and a great customer experience, all on our great nationwide high-speed network. Stop by today and get big savings on select Samsung smartphones, like $350 off the Samsung Galaxy S20 and S20 Plus, and $350 off the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra. The great savings continue with 4 lines of unlimited data for just $35 a month per line. Celebrate great savings and go stay connected wherever your travels take you.
Back here in Schuford Gymnasium, the Bears with an early lead. 10 minutes into the game, Lenoir-Rhyne up 20 on the Lees-McRae Bobcats. Ball with the Bears here. Wilson dishing it out to Kangu. Back to, he's going to get that down. Wilson, that's going to be his first points of the game so far. An easy layup. Fast break by Johnson. Back to Wilson. A huge block by the Bobcats out of nowhere.
Dollar turned it over on one end, but great hustle there to get back in transition and block that layup attempt by Wilson.
Yes.
Saving an easy layup.
Sidney Dollar from Denver, North Carolina comes out of nowhere and sends that ball into the stands. Seeing a lot of rotation by these Bears players. Quite a few different names out on the court. Steele's not going to be able to get that one down. A floater, and that's going to be knocked down by Nicholson.
Bears got a little mixed up on the defensive end there, led to a missed layup, but offensive rebound.
Kangu in the corner, a big three-point shot. Bears up 25-20.
Good job by the Bears there on that last offensive possession, getting it into the middle and kicking it out to that corner for the Kangu three.
Errant pass by the Bobcats is going to give the Bears the ball. After struggling in the first couple minutes, it seems like the Bears are starting to get back into their rhythm a little bit and figure out how to get past this press as Johnson's going to find a little bit of space and dish it out to the perimeter. Joseph, P.J. Joseph back with the floater.
PJ's done a great job coming in off the bench, scoring 7 quick points for the Bears, pushing this lead to a 7-point lead here early.
25 points off the bench. This past Wednesday against Wingate, Jalen Johnson with a nice steal there. In the corner, that's going to be Kangu coming up a little bit short. Rebound by Nicholson. Nicholson with a wide open three. It's going to be a little bit short. And a really good save to keep it in play. Expecting Lenoir-Rhyne to slow it down here a little bit and be able to set up their offense. 4-on-5 right now. In the corner, decides against it. Jalen Johnson pulls up and knocks down another three.
Bears have recovered from the slow start and are shooting the lights out of the ball recently right there. A great one more pass from PJ to Jalen for an open three.
Yeah, 4 for 9 from the three-point line as the Bobcats are going to try their hand and not going to be able to get it down. Kangu and Bryant getting tied up there. But I believe this is going to stay with the Bears. Lenoir-Rhyne's going to send a trio in. Cooper Fowler coming back into the game. You know how dangerous he is from the three-point line. But Bryant's going to have a couple free throws here. Excuse me, that's going to be a throw-in. Cooper Fowler's definitely a better matchup for Bryant. Just a bigger body, same height, just about the same size, down in the paint, battling. Gardner's going to pick up that tough shot. Bears leading 30-22, just under 8 minutes here in the first half. Fowler dishing it out, setting the block for Johnson. Johnson's going to get that one blocked.
Tough shot there by Jalen. Didn't have much space. Decided to pull up off the dribble, got it blocked.
Heading into the media timeout. Bears leading 30-22, and we'll be right back here on the Bears Sports Network.
Emergencies don't wait. Get to the hospital. Accidents happen. Get well soon. When it hurts to move forward, tackle your pain. Don't make your health wait. See your doctor. Your health means everything.
Back here on the Bears Sports Network. Bears leading 30-22. Shout out to Janet Kwambai for Bears Cross Country as she took 27th in the national race earlier this morning, earning the All-American status. And then the Bears football playing on the road up in Maryland today, as that game will be just about at halftime. Lots of eyes on that game as well, as it's the first round of the playoffs. So good luck to them out there. But right now, Bears taking on the Bobcats in the shoe. Nas Tyson's going to be able to snag that one, and Bears setting up their offense.
Bears have done a great job so far scoring off turnovers. Got a 13-0 lead off 8 Lees-McRae turnovers, so that's been another bright spot that the Bears capitalized on last game as well.
With a soft dunk from Lagania, that's going to be his 5th point of the night. Bears shooting 4 for 9 from the three-point line and 13 for 26 field goals. Nas Tyson doing a great job on the defensive side, being able to get in. Fowler's going to be able to scoop that one up. Johnson with the dish. Lagania back-to-back shots. 7 points on the board for him for the night.
Great job by the Bears there. Jalen running down with that pass. That was a little long from Cooper, but was able to get it to Malik. And Malik shot fake, was able to get the layup in transition.
Kangu goes for the steal, and he's not going to be able to collect it. Keeping this ball with the Bobcats. Coach Everett Sullivan in his 5th full year for the Bears, coaching them up pretty nicely. And Blake, you coached with him. What can you say about Coach Sullivan?
No, he just puts a big emphasis on transition defense in general, so I know he's excited about that. Coming into the year, he thought they have a little more length than they did last year, which would help them defensively. So far this game, they've done a pretty good job in that area, so he's got to be pleased up to this point.
Yeah, we had him come into a class actually and speak to us, and you you know he's just about business. He could point out everybody who was pointing or paying attention while he was talking. He's just a very visual person and very motivated, playing overseas for a couple years at the professional level over there. And you can see that when the Bears play, it's just really a total team effort, and it's just a non-selfish team. And that's what I've really loved about watching the Bears, or as I've been here for a couple years now. And it just seems like he always has his team together no matter what, and they're all playing for each other. And that's got to be a fun coach to play for.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He puts a big emphasis on being unselfish. And his teams show that when they're on the floor.
Yeah, and they've consistently gotten better, too. Playing pretty well so far this year, winning record 2-1. Still early in the season. Started out with a matchup against the Tennessee Volunteers, as Kangu's not going to be able to get that dunk to fall.
Good job by Kevin getting to the rim. Went for the strong finish, just wasn't quite able to get it put in.
Long three ball there by Jones, not being able to get it down. Gardner thought about it, but he's not going to pick up the foul, and that's going to stay with the Bears.
Great job by Sal Wilson there, getting outside the restricted area, setting his feet and taking that one on the chest from Gardner.
Can't be a fun one to feel there. Bears escaping the press in the corner. Little long on the shot. Rebound by the Bobcats. Driving in. Kind of a wild shot, but he's going to get it to sink down. Bogan for his first points of the game. Kangu dishes it out. Tough shot. P.J. Joseph not being able to get that one to fall, a little bit off on the shot, kind of wild. Needs to be able to set his feet a little bit better, and the Bobcats are going to have a travel for Jones. Right now, the Bears are getting out-rebounded by the Bobcats, and Coach Sullivan can't be happy about that. It's 19-9. Bears only with 9 rebounds on the day so far, but the most points on the board, and that's what matters the most, something they just need to clean up as the game moves forward.
Absolutely. He puts an emphasis on at least being even in a rebounding battle, so right now he wouldn't be the happiest about that, but still a lot of game to go. See Lees-McRae coming out here with a little run and jump pressure. Was able to create the turnover. Sal Wilson, good hustle back there to prevent the easy two, make him earn it from the free throw line.
Yeah, can't give up those easy points, and a free throw is going to be a little bit tougher than a layup. Bears up 36-24. Just a little over 4 minutes left in this first half. Bears struggling in the first couple minutes of the game, but being able to really come back as Bogan's going to knock down that first free throw. Going to try and knock the second one down. Good crowd on hand for a Saturday where lots of Bears sports are taking place. As I mentioned, Bears football on the road up in Maryland, playing in the first round of the tournament for football. Bogan's not going to be able to get that second one down. Bears on the move. Into the corner. Knocks it down. Nas Tyson.
Good job by T.J. Naismith there, catching in the middle and looking opposite and finding Nas in the corner, who was able to knock down that three-point attempt.
And another mistake for the Bobcats. I believe that's going to take us into the media timeout, and we will be right back here on the Bears Sports Network.
Doesn't matter who you are, Everett has you covered. Proud sponsor of the LR Bears.
If you play hard, if you use your feet to chase fitness goals, if you stand all day at work, introducing True Energy Infrared Technology Socks. These may be the best socks you ever wear. Our yarn is infused with infrared nanoparticles. Your body's natural heat ignites these tiny particles, producing infrared energy that improves circulation and stimulates cellular recovery. It's not magic, it's rocket science. The perfect sock for your active life, for fitness, performance, recovery. Proven innovation to ignite your true energy.
Back here in Schufer Gymnasium, 3 minutes, 54 seconds left here in the first half between the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears and the Lees-McRae Bobcats. Bears struggling in the first couple minutes of the game, but easily coming back, hitting 50% of their shots from the field and hitting 45% from the three-point line so far. Really been able to take advantage and beat the press. Blake, what have you seen so far?
Yeah, the Bears have done a really good job not turning the ball over against this Lees-McRae pressure. 11 assists, 2 turnovers compared to 5 assists, 12 turnovers for Lees-McRae. And then, like I mentioned earlier, capitalizing off those turnovers, 15 points off the turnovers. And then another thing that stands out is those bench points. 25 bench points in the first 15 minutes of the game is pretty impressive.
Yeah, lots of substitute for the Bears as the Bobcats aren't going to be able to sink that free throw. But lots of substituting, keeping those players fresh, trying to beat that press. And so far we've seen that work. Wilson's going to get tied up, and the Bobcats are going to be able to get that one back. Shot from the field, and that's going to be Bogan hitting a tough 2. Tyson with the dish, having to kick it back out to Johnson, and he's going to knock down a 3. And that three-point line has been big for this Bears team so far. 15 more points on the line than the Bobcats, and really that's the difference of the game so far. But the Bobcats being able to take 3 of them back.
Yeah, good job by the Bears. Their last possession down, playing under control. Tim was able to find Jalen for a wide-open 3.
Bogan's going to be able to take that one himself. Some crafty work up at the hoop. 42-32, 2:45 left in the first half. Johnson a little bit upset on the side. Wanted Sam Wilson to pass it over there. But he's going to go down low. Steal. Big block. Harris talking a little smack to Steele. He knew he sent it right back in his face. That's going to be a tough one, but it's going to send Steele to the line for a few.
A little back and forth there between Harris and Steele. No harm, no foul, though.
Steele knocks down the first one. Bears 50% from the field and from the three-point line. And I was just about to say 100% from the free throw line. We'll keep the announcer's curse off. 3 for 4 from the free throw line, as that's going to be an errant shot for the Bobcats. Good rebound by Tyson. Flip inside. He's going to pull up and shoot, just not being able to get it to go down for Lagania. Bobcats dish it outside, and that's going to be England from the three-point line. He thought it was going to be a little bit short, decided to run in there for the rebound, but it goes down. Bobcats were down 15. Now the lead is down to 8. Steele making tough work on the inside, but just a little bit too much off it coming off the glass.
Great job by Tim in the post there, getting around his defender, but just a little too strong off the glass and wasn't able to put that layup in.
He's still getting a lot more time this year than he has in the past. Cooper Fowler not on the floor. Got another big man. As that's going to be Gardner from the corner. Lead down to 5 now. A minute left. Just not enough on the floater, but he's going to be able to rebound it. That's Jones on the ground. He's going to be able to get it up, though, and walk it off. Hopefully that ankle's all right. He's going to get looked at by the training staff. .52 seconds left. 20 on the shot clock. Tough pass by Tyson. Bears going to be able to scoop that up. Lagania with the ball. Johnson driving in, passes in, and that's going to be put down by Nas Tyson. Some crafty work by the Bears.
Great job there by Jalen Johnson getting into the free throw line area right there, and a great cut by Nas to get that layup there.
Pretty dominant first half by the Bears, but the Bobcats still hanging in there with 33 seconds left, and we're going to stay here while they're in this quick timeout.
Yeah, Lees-McRae has been able to eat into this lead a little bit. They had it down to a 5-point deficit before that layup right there. They'll try and get a cut into it a little bit more here before the half, can almost take the last shot of the half, so hopefully don't give the Bears another shot to score some points. We'll see what they have here in the half.
Yeah, these past few minutes have looked a little bit like the first couple minutes of the game where the Bears struggled against that press defense. When they really slow it down, it looks like Bobcats can really kind of put that pressure on and play their game. But when the game starts to get a little bit faster, that's where the Bears really start to excel and find some space and put points on the board. England with an errant pass, and that's going to go into the backside of the court. Kangoo not being able to get a hold of it. Bears defense playing tight. Cotton's wreaking some havoc, and they're not going to be able to beat the shot clock there. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Some time being put back on the board. Yep. Bears going to have to get a shot off quick.
I think they're going to put 1.5 back on the clock. I doubt it.
Only Bogan returns to the bucket.
They might just try to get the ball out and kill that 1.7 seconds that's being put back on the board. Or they're going to try and get a shot off here. Going to get the pass into Nas Tyson, but he's not going to be able to get that across the court for a bucket. And we head into halftime where the Bears are leading 45-38 over the Lees-McRae Bobcats. And we'll be back here in a few for the second half.
This once-in-a-generation project will give student athletes an advantage and position Lenoir-Rhyne as a leader in academics and athletics.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Emergencies don't wait. Get to the hospital. Accidents happen. Get well soon. When it hurts to move forward, tackle your pain. Don't make your health wait. See your doctor. Your health means everything.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Doesn't matter who you are, Everett has you covered. Proud sponsor of the LR Bears.
If you play hard, if you use your feet to chase fitness goals, if you stand all day at work, introducing True Energy infrared technology socks. These may be the best socks you ever wear. Our yarn is infused with infrared nanoparticles. Your body's natural heat ignites these tiny particles, producing infrared energy that improves circulation and stimulates cellular recovery. It's not magic, it's rocket science. The perfect sock for your active life, for fitness, performance, recovery. Proven innovation to ignite your true energy.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Celebrate great with Carolina West Wireless. Great new phones and a great customer experience all on our great nationwide high-speed network. Stop by today and get big savings on select Samsung smartphones, like $350 off the Samsung Galaxy S20 and S20 Plus, and $350 off the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra. The great savings continue with 4 lines of unlimited data for just $35 a month per line. Celebrate great savings and go stay connected wherever your travels take you.
Paramount Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
And we are back here in Schufer Gymnasium where the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears are taking on the Lees-McRae Bobcats in a non-conference matchup. The Bears taking care of the first set, or the first half, 45-38. And before we get into the game, a lot of Lenoir-Rhyne sports going on right now. Janet Quambai got 27th overall in the national championships for cross country and is an All-American. Volleyball is playing in the South Atlantic Conference Championship against Anderson right now and tied 1-1 in sets. Football is playing at Bowie State up in Maryland, trailing 17-3 in the third quarter. And then women's soccer last night won on penalty kicks. They tied 0-0 and advanced 3-1 in penalty kicks against Catawba and advanced to play Queens tomorrow for the South Atlantic Conference Championship. And Grayson Cameron, shout out to her, had 5 saves last night in that big game. Now, Blake, time to dive into the first half of this game, and what did we see in the first half?
Yeah, we saw Lees-McRae get out to a hot start early. The Bears responded, and they made their own run kind of in that middle part of the first half, and then at the end, Lees-McRae was able to respond with their own run, their second run kind of the half, and cut it to 5. Bears made a basket there towards the end, pushed it back to 7, but, I mean, the big difference, I feel like, is the points off turnovers, like we mentioned, 15-3 in the Bears' favor. 13 assists, 3 turnovers for the Bears, as opposed to 9 assists, 12 turnovers for Lees-McRae. Both teams shot really well from the field. Lees-McRae at 53%, Bears at 47%. It was just those turnovers that hurt Lees-McRae in that first half and helped the Bears get out to the 7-point lead in the first half.
Yeah, for the Bobcats, Gardner and Jones had the two highest attempts for shooting, and Gardner is up at 10 points, 4 for 7 from the field and 2 for 5 from the three-point line. 10 points on the day, and Timon Jones has been kept quiet so far. Their 2 biggest shooters. He's only got 2 points. As we get this second half started, the Bobcats, start off with the ball. And that's going to be McConnell driving in and not being able to get that bucket go down.
Lees-McRae opens the half with a little high ball screen action and was able to get McConnell the advantage. He was able to get to the rim and draw that foul on Nas Tyson to start the half.
Definitely a different game here for Lees-McRae, only shooting 30.8% from the three-point line compared to their last game a week ago. They shot 46% from the three-point line in the first half. And what really killed them was they were 53% on free throws, and that really, really hurt them, and they're 50% today so far. Really got to knock those down to stay in the game against this tough Bears team. Steal from the three-point line a little long.
Might have been a little rush right there by Tim, leading to that strong miss.
Dishing it out to Kangu. He's going to give it back to Johnson, and Fowler swinging it all the way around to Steele. Just a little bit too much. Steele's just been he's got 1 point on the day so far from a free throw. Been a tough day for him shooting so far. He's had to have a lot of tough shots. Lees-McRae out in the corner, pushing the ball around, driving in. Got lucky with the travel right there, I believe, but Jones is going to be able to get that one go down. England trying to fire up his team, being able to poke the ball out of Kangu's hands right there, firing up his team, lead down to 4. About a little under 19 minutes left in this game.
Bears using Malik to break that pressure. He's being guarded by a big guy, so it's a little bit easier to get it up the floor.
Tyson dishes it out to Johnson. Johnson's going to take it. Tough shot. Gets it to roll around and goes down. Really crafty shot.
Great move by Jalen there. Getting to the middle of the lane, shooting a little turnaround. He's able to drop in with soft touch.
And you've coached Johnson. What what can you say about his development from his freshman year all the way to now to where he's leading this team, and he's the guy?
Yeah, I mean, he's always had the ability. That's never been the question. It's just, I think, more he got the opportunity in junior college at Brunswick to just play through his mistakes, work on his game, and just seeing what, I mean, we all knew he could possibly be, and he's doing it now.
Yeah, he is. I've known him since freshman year, and he's really put it on. Comeback shot there by Lees-McRae after a big bucket by Kangu over in the corner. Bears back with the ball, trying to set up their offense. Cooper Fowler's got a lot of room. We've seen him take a lot of threes in the past, but he's going to battle down low. A good size matchup by Bryant, but Fowler's going to get it, and Fowler is down. Believe he got it in the shin. Hopefully he's all right over there. Big player for this Lenoir-Rhyne team. Fowler's got 2 points on the day and just battled hard with Bryant down in the paint to get that tough bucket. Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, it looked like he got tangled up a little bit there. Finishing that layup. Bryant's a physical dude. He's going to be physical all day. Some might call it cheap sometimes, but that's just his game, and you're going to have to play through it. Not that was what happened there, but that's just Bryant's game overall. But their feet just got tangled there after that great move by Cooper to finish that reverse layup.
Yeah, walking a little bit gingerly on that ankle, but hopefully we'll see him back in the game pretty soon. And, yeah, when you're a big guy, you use it, and especially down in the paint and two big guys going at it, it's going to be pretty rough. Wilson looking for the call, but doesn't get it. Lees-McRae picks up that point. Gardner playing tough. Wilson gets it down low to P.J. Joseph. Not going to be going for the hook shot, not able to do it successfully, though. I believe the Bobcat got a hand on it, and that's going to stay with the Bears. Bears 5 on the shot clock. Time is running down. Johnson going to have to take a long three. Gets a bit of the rim.
Malik wasn't aware of the shot clock there. Underneath out of bounds, 8 seconds left. Had to force up a tough one.
It's going to be McConnell getting tied up on the bottom. And that's going to be a timeout by the Bobcats. 16:22 left in the game here. And we'll take a short break and be right back here in the shoe. Back in the shoe after a quick timeout. Lees-McRae trailing the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears by 7 here in the second half of the game. Lenoir-Rhyne having a lot more attempts shooting from the field, 45 attempts compared to the Bobcats' 34, and that's really been the difference of the game. They've had to escape the press a little bit, tried to create enough space for them to get off shots, and then really sinking about the same amount of shots, but they've just been a little bit more efficient from three-point line than the Bobcats have tonight, or today, excuse me.
Yeah, like you said, overall, Lees-McRae shooting about 6 percentage points better at 53% compared to 47% for the Bears, but the Bears just have 8 more shot attempts overall in the 3-point. 6 for the Bears compared to 4 for Lees-McRae, so that's where the difference is right now.
Yeah, and I know I mentioned total team effort earlier for the Bears, and then playing the defense and trying to escape the press. They've really had to battle. As you see, multiple Bears with points. About everybody who's got in has scored a point except one. And then on the other side, you see a little bit more lopsided. Gardner has 12 points, leading everybody else on his team by 5. Battling in the paint there, trying to get shoulders. That's going to be Wilson and Joseph battling with Bryant down in the paint. As we're going to head into another quick timeout here. And we'll be back after a short break. Back here in Schuford Gymnasium, a little under 16 minutes left in the game. Bears leading 52-45. Coming out of the media timeout. Bears shooting a little bit, 46% from the field and the three-point line, where the Bobcats are shooting 54% from the field and then 28% from the three-point line. And the three has just been the difference of the game so far, and that it shows on the scoreboard. Kangu driving down low. Tough shot, not being able to get it to go down. McConnell driving in, being able to dish it out, but that's going to be Sam Wilson. Swats it into the stands. Ball staying with the Bearcats. McConnell setting up the offense. Dribbled it off his foot there, but keeps it in. Dishes it out to the three-point line, and that's going to be a little bit off. Kangu and McConnell over on the side, throwing some elbows, knocked them both down. This ball is going to go to the Bears. Lots of action on this court. Both these teams playing really tough against each other, and not given any room. Non-conference opponents, not even a rivalry, but they are playing tough as Wilson's going to knock down that shot.
Sal was able to catch it there in the middle of the paint. One dribble, got to a logo, and was able to hit that jump shot. Bears a little slow in transition defense there. Lees-McRae able to capitalize.
Yeah, able to respond. Bobcats are. Ball goes back to the Bears. Ooh, gets a little bit of rim. That's going to take a big shot. Put Bryant on the floor. He felt that one in the shoulder. But McConnell taking a deep three. Good rebound by Tyson. Wilson fighting hard. It's going to draw the foul. A whole new squad coming in for the Bobcats, giving these guys a rest. Hoping to keep up with the Bears' speed right now. It just looks like they're out-conditioned or out-conditioning the Bobcats, being able to get on some fast breaks, run around the defense, and just be a little bit faster than them. And that's where we've seen them really kind of pull away and create the gaps and able to be able to shoot. Tyson with the three, not getting it to go down. Johnson with the floater is going to be able to get that one to go, though.
Great job by Sal, tapping that ball back out off the nice Tyson miss to Jalen, who's able to get into the lane and hit the floater.
Big collision down in the paint, and that's going to be called on Nicholson for the drive.
Great job by P.J. Joseph there, stepping in, setting his feet, drawing that charge on that baseline drive by Lees-McRae there.
Kangu taking the ball out for the Bears. Bears up 9, a little under 14 minutes left. Kangu driving in, loses it, gets a foul, and he's going to have one shot at the line. Bears 3 for 4 from the free throw line so far, and that's going to be a big area in every game you play, unless it's a blowout. But you want to be hitting those free throws because those are free points given.
Absolutely. 75% mark's pretty good. Love to be at 80, but 70, 75 is usually about above average in college basketball. So if you can hover around that point, you'll be okay.
You got to take advantage of the free shots you get. He's going to knock down the second one. Bears 4 for 5 from the line. Taking a second to reset the shot clock here to 27. Bobcats setting up their offense, trying to find a gap in this Bears defense. Nicholson from the three, and he's going to knock it down, bringing the lead back down to 7. Nicholson's been playing tough all day. It's hard to believe that's only his 7th point of the day. First 3 for him. Tyson with the hustle and not able to get it back to one of his teammates. Good hustle, though.
Good job by Lees-McRae there, getting through the handoff, getting a hand on it, causing the Bears to fumble the ball and getting that possession back.
Nicholson from the corner again. He's going to knock that one down, too. Back-to-back three-point shots by Nicholson.
Yeah, had a good look there on the alley-oop. Wasn't able to get it, but later on in the possession was able to catch it in the corner and knock down that three for, like you said, the second three in a row.
Yeah, the 6'5" junior from Boynton Beach, Florida, knocking down a couple here, keeping the Bears in check. And I believe that's going to be called on Harris for a swat. I believe he got all of the wrist there, sending Nesmith to the line.
Looked like TJ might have traveled on that catch, but they didn't call it. He had a shot. He had a chance for a three-point shot too there, but didn't settle and attack the rim, get to the free throw line, knocking down the first free throw.
Couple of Bears check in. Tyson McLean checking back in as well. Knocking down both those free throws for Nesmith. Back in the corner. Nicholson's not going to be able to get that one down to go 3 for 3.
Lees-McRae with a little free throw break there off after the free throw was able to give Nicholson a great look after just knocking down 2 in a row. Bears fortunate there.
Johnson taking the ball out, dishing it to Kangu. He's got a little bit of space, drives it in, tough shot. Dishing it out, and that's not going to be able to go down for Nesmith. You can tell the intensity's ramped up just a little bit as it's been there all game. Both teams playing really fast. And that's going to be Stewart's sixth point of the game as he gets a lucky break as the defender tripped a little bit. Kangu's going to lose the ball there. And that's going to be a personal foul on Jalen Stewart of the Bobcats. And we're going to head into the media timeout with the Bears leading 59-55.
And the team at Southeast Retirement.
We're back here on the Bears Sports Network coming out of the media timeout. Bears leading 59-55 here. 11:28 left in this game. Both teams playing pretty close in this second half compared to the first. The Bobcats able to cut the lead down now to 4. Bobcats shooting a little bit better from the field. Bears with the ball here. Jalen Johnson dishing the ball out, trying to set up their offense. That's going to be Joseph getting a tough bucket right there.
Great patience by PJ in the post there, taking his time, getting around Harris, and able to get that layup right at the front of the rim.
Nicholson, he's got a couple threes in the past couple minutes. That's going to be a long one right there for Jones. Not going to be able to knock it down. Bears driving with the ball. Johnson not being able to find what he likes. Slowing it down here is McLean. Going to take a wide open three. Not enough on it.
Good look for Tyson there. Lees-McRae going under the ball screen, daring him to take that shot, and he did. Wasn't able to knock it down, though, but it's a pretty good look.
Pass across court for the Bobcats. Gets it to roll around. Rebounded by Nicholson, but that's going to go in the Bears' favor. Ooh, Johnson putting him on ice with the spin. That was crafty.
Bears fortunate that last time down. Michelson got offensive rebound, wasn't able to put in the putback.
Kangu drives in, gets his own rebound. He's got a little bit of space now, looking to pass it out. That's going to be Nicholson getting a hand on it. Fast break for the Bobcats. Tied up at the bucket.
Great job by Jalen there, affecting the shot. I think he got the block. Bears are able to sneak away again without getting hurt on a transition layup attempt.
Yeah, that was 4-on-2. Very lucky there. Lagania dishes it back out to McLean. Joseph now pulls up. Little bit short. Rebounded by Nicholson. Bobcats looking to set up their offense now. Take a second, make sure they know they can get points on every trip down. Nicholson throws it up at the backboard, and he's going to get it in there. The Bobcats bench all standing up, wanting to get a call there.
Nice little set there by Lees-McRae to get a baseline drive for Nicholson. He's able to get that layup, cut the Bears lead to 4.
We're going to get a quick timeout here, but we're going to stay right here. Bears up 61-57 on the Bobcats. And Blake, what have we seen so far from the second half?
Yeah, we've seen it's pretty much been even. Lees-McRae's been able to cut into it by 3 points, but as of last TV timeout, I mean, the field goal difference was the big thing. 54% for Lees-McRae, 36 for the Bears. The Bears struggling a little bit to knock down shots. Lees-McRae's done a better job, and well, actually pretty much doing the same thing they did in the first half in terms of hitting shots. They just had a few less turnovers this half, which has helped them put a few more points up on the board.
Yeah, it looks like Lees-McRae has just been able to run their defense just a little bit more effectively than the Bears have really been able to execute, making it a little bit tougher to shoot. It's a little bit harder to find, or for the Bears to find those spots in the defense, and not being able to rely on the fast break points.
Yeah, the Bears will come out here, look to go to a set that Coach Sully likes, is comfortable with. Looks like a little high ball screen action.
Tyson out. Oh, that's going to get put back in by Cooper Fowler.
Great job by Cooper there, rolling to the rim off that pick and roll and able to put back in that putback right there. Good attempt there by Tyson, trying to slide his feet and draw the charge. Just wasn't quite there and draws the defensive foul.
I thought that was going to go the other way for a second, but that's going to stay with the Bobcats. Bobcats currently rebounding better than the Bears, 26-18, and we've kind of seen that in the second half, just being able to get those second chance points from beyond the arc, and that's going to be Stewart. Finding a little bit of space, knocks down a 3. Lead down to 3. Bears 63. Bobcats 60. And the Bears respond back. That's Jalen Johnson from the beyond the arc. And that call is going to go the Bobcats' way. Tyson McLean taking one right to the chest.
It might have been a little bit of a makeup call. I think the Bears might have got away with a moving screen by Cooper Fowler on that time, and I think Tyson McLean was in position to take that one, but called the foul on him, and Lees-McRae is able to get the 3-point attempt at the line when we come back from break.
And we'll be right back here after the media timeout. Back here in the shoe, 7:52 left in this game, non-conference matchup between the Bears and the Bobcats. Getting down to the nitty-gritty here, Bears only up 4 Bobcats have just fought and fought and fought, down 15 in the first half, and just been able to battle back to where they are now. And they're looking like the better team. It feels like the Bears are just kind of struggling on the offensive side, not being able to get the clean shots, and Lees-McRae just being able to knock down a couple more threes, bringing the lead back, making it a little bit tougher on the Bears than they would hope.
Yeah, Lees-McRae's done a good job here in this second half. Just continuing to do what they did offensively in the first half with a few less turnovers like we mentioned. And like you said, the Bears haven't shot it quite as well in this second half, which has led to the close deficit of 3 points here with 8 minutes left.
Nas Tyson dishes it out to Cooper Fowler. Back to Jalen Johnson. Gets smothered by a couple of Bobcats. Fowler from the corner. Knocks it down. Cooper Fowler.
Great job there by Jalen. Not panicking in that double team. Nas made himself available in the middle of at the free throw line and was able to find Cooper in the corner for a shot that Cooper was able to knock down.
And this is where Lees-McRae has been able to kind of rebound from that, and they've been able to answer as they just did, only putting up 2 though. Bears keeping the lead to 4. Driving in, gets an easy layup right there. That's going to be Sal Wilson. It's 8 points on the night. Jalen Johnson with the most points for the Bears. He's got 15. Bobcats looking beyond the arc. That's Jones. He knocks down a 3 as well.
Little miscommunication on the ball screen coach there from the Bears. Lees-McRae is able to get into the paint and get a kick out and one more for a good 3-point look they were able to knock down.
Jalen Johnson with the floater, not being able to get that one to go off the glass as he wished. Bobcats on a run. A wild shot there, rebounded by Cooper Fowler. Dishing it out to Jalen Johnson. Tyson from the corner knocks down another 3. Bears up 6.
Great job there by Jalen, getting it and pushing in transition. Led to that Nas Tyson wide open look in the corner.
That's their 10th 3-point shot of the night. Bobcats looking to respond. That's Gardner down low. He's going to get that one to go in, and one, sending him to the line. 5:36 left on the clock. Bears up 4.
Good D initially by Cooper there, staying between Gardner and the basket, but left his feet a little bit on the Gardner pump fake, and Gardner was able to draw that contact, make the basket, and get to the line for a potential 3-point play.
Coming into this game, we knew it would be a dogfight with the Bears coming out early. I was starting to question that, but Lees-McRae battling back, knocking down that free throw. 5 for 8 from the line for the Bobcats, but 6 for 8 for the Bears. Bears trying to escape the press. Have done pretty well so far on the day, but they'll just find time where it's pretty tough, and that's McLean a little bit short on the 3. He's just been a little bit off today. Bobcats settling back in, trying to get it down low. Find some space. Little bit too long for Nicholson on the 3-point line. Cooper Fowler looking for a foul. Having a discussion with the ref. Bears with the ball now, trying to get it across midcourt, trying to escape this press. Lots of space for Tyson McLean. He's going to drive. Back door, dishes it out. A little bit too long for the Bears.
Good job by Tyson there, playing under control on that drive. Was able to find Sal. Got a good look. from three-point land. Just wasn't able to knock it down.
Nicholson dishes it out, not giving him the back door. Protecting the baseline, and that's going to go on McLean. It is just not his day, getting another foul called on him. He was as confused as us up here.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of rode up on him as he started that drive. Drew the foul.
Keeping the ball with the Bobcats here. Fans starting to let their voices heard too, as there's a little bit of confusion where the ball should be taken out.
The foul occurred on the side, so I think there's a little confusion between the refs. Probably should be taken out on the side, but ended up taking out underneath, so play on.
There's going to be a foul there before the bucket.
TJ tried to draw that charge. Foul was on the pass, though, so they'll go to a one-on-one situation with the Bears picking up the 17th foul.
It's where about that time in the game where we start looking at foul trouble. Nicholson on the line trying to lower the lead here for the Bears. He's going to knock down that first one, 74-72. Nicholson has had himself quite a game. 12 points, 5 for 12 from the field, and then he had a pair of threes. $13 points now for him. Bears with the ball, 2-point lead, just a little over 4 minutes left.
Looked like Lees-McRae going zone defense, switching it up a little bit on LR.
Yeah, that's creating a lot of confusion. Bears having to really communicate. A long three, and he's going to knock it down. Sal Wilson.
Big shot from Sal there, catching it off the handoff behind. Defender goes under, knocks it down, but there Lees-McRae, Gardner answers right back.
Yeah, Lees-McRae has done such a good job in answering those points. Bears dish it out. He's going to drive in. A little bit too much, but I believe that's going to be called on Lees-McRae, sending the Bears to the line. That's going to be called on Nicholson. And that's going to take us into the media timeout. Bears lead 77-75 here, 3:31 left, and we'll be right back. Back here on the Bears Sports Network, 3:31 left. Bears up 2 on the Bobcats. Defensive rebounds have been a big part of the game so far. Lees-McRae out-rebounding the Bears 29-20. Bears leading most of this game. And we're up 15 at one point, but then Lees-McRae just been able to come back and really even out the stat line everywhere. 3-point shots have been a really tough, really big part of the game, as the Bears shooting 45% compared to Lees-McRae's 36%. As both those free throws are going to be knocked down. Lees-McRae trying to answer. Nicholson gets the ball swatted out of his hands. That's going to stay with the Bobcats. Really good play there by Sal Wilson.
Yeah, good cut by Mickelson there behind the defense. Sal was able to recover and knock that ball out of his hands before he could go for the layup.
Losing the ball. It's a scramble. They're going to get tied up. Jump ball. Staying with the Bobcats.
Great job by Nas Tyson there, getting on the floor, first to the floor. Caused that jump ball. Lees-McRae gets it back, but possession now will go back to the Bears here as we head down the stretch.
We've seen Nas Tyson really going for it. He's got a lot of effort. Coach Sullivan has to be pretty happy with his effort today. Lots of Bears on the board. Tyson with 11, Johnson with 15, and Sal Wilson and P.J. Joseph both with 11. Lots of Bears contributing to this game, hoping they can close it out. McConnell back to Lees-McRae, suffocated, driving in, dishing it out, and that's going to be a little bit off right at the buzzer. Nicholson not being able to get that shot. Jalen Johnson, the Bears' leading scorer, taking it out. 15 points, 6 for 9 from the field, and 3 for 4 from the three-point line. 2 rebounds as well. Not able to get that one, though, keeping it in play.
Great effort there by PJ to keep it in play. Got it to Kevin, who had it poked out from behind after trying to drive from the corner.
Going up for that one, Sidney Dollar not able to get it in, but I believe it's going to set him to the line here. 2:23 left in the game. Gardner, 18 points, leading scorer in this ball game. 7 for 10 from the field, 3 for 6 from the three-point line. 12 rebounds as well. Bears again getting out rebounded in this game. That one's going to be off the back of the hoop, not going in. Bears stay with a 4-point lead. Dollar trying to bring it to a one-score game in here, and he does it. Bears up 3. The press defense starting to come back into play here against the Bears. Nas Tyson with the ball. Dishes it out. Sal Wilson, not enough. I believe Dollar got a finger on it.
Good job by Dollar there being aware. And I think you're right. I think he got a fingertip on it, was able to affect that shot.
Kangu is going to get called for the foul. I believe he got a hand in there. He can't believe it. He said he got his arm. That's going to send the Bobcats to the free throw line with 1:52 left. It's going to be McConnell on the line. He has 7 points, 3 for 6 from the field. And that's going to be his second free throw he's made today. Hoping to knock both of them in. Knocks down both, bringing the game to a 1-point lead here for the Bears. And that's going to get called on McConnell. He got his hand in there, fouling, sending the Bears to the line.
Yeah, tough foul there. I don't know if you want to foul that far away from the basket if you're Lees-McRae, especially putting the Bears' leading free throw shooter Jalen Johnson to the line. This is who you want at the line later in the game if you're the Bears.
Yeah, just a little bit too early to be using those fouls up right now. You want to wait just a little bit longer. 2 minutes left is still a little bit too much to play. Too much can happen, especially with that close of a score. But using those fouls as Nicholson checks back in for the Bobcats.
Look for Lees-McRae to do the free throw break again. They got an open look for Michelson last time.
Yeah, the Bears ready for it. Nobody down there to defend. All trust in Jalen Johnson as he knocks down both. He goes to 17 points on the day, 100% from the free throw line. McConnell taking the ball out. Can't get inside. Gonna have to rely on the big man to get in. Crazy spin move, and that's gonna be a travel on McConnell, giving the ball back to the Bears with 1:38 left. Both teams in bonus, so any fouls now are gonna send them to the line. Not time to foul just yet. Still a little bit too much time. That's going to get intercepted by Nicholson.
Errant pass there by.
Great reverse layup by Nicholson, bringing the lead down to 1. Calls a timeout with 1:24 left. We're going to stay here as the Bears try to regroup. What can we expect here in the last minute 24, Blake?
Yeah, I mean, 1 point game. It's going to come down to executing for both teams. I mean, even with if the Bears get a 2 point basket, it's a 1 possession game. And even if they make a 3, it's a 4 point game. So right now it's going to come down to executing your stuff, taking care of the ball for both teams. And whoever does a better job of that will most likely come out on top when the clock hits 0.
Yeah, the free throw line, like we've talked about all day, gonna come back into play here. You can expect a couple fouls if they start to partake in that. Both teams pretty similar. Lees-McRae hitting 9 from the free throw line. Lenoir-Rhyne hitting 10. Still getting out-rebounded on the defensive side as Lenoir-Rhyne. Lees-McRae has 30 compared to the LR, 21 rebounds.
Yeah, a little bit of that just has to do with LR missed a few more shots. Offensive rebounds even, so there's not they don't have the advantage there. But like you said, they're getting LR getting out rebounded at the moment. I'd expect LR to keep the ball in Jalen Johnson's hands as much as possible here. Best ball handler, leading scorer up to this point in the year end of the game, but their best free throw shooter too. So heavy dose of Jalen Johnson down the stretch here for the Bears, I would think.
Absolutely. Both teams even on offensive rebounds, but that's going to be really big here late in the game. Lees-McRae has 16 turnovers on the day compared to Lenoir-Rhyne's 7. Both teams with 38 points off the bench. And we get it going here, 1:20 left. Jalen Johnson, ball in his hands, trying to run out a little bit of time here. Not wanting to give Lees-McRae enough to get a shot off. Johnson dives in, a little bit too much. Both Bears go up for the ball, not able to get it. Fast break for the Bobcats here. Looking to slow it down, make sure.
Yeah, quick.
And a steal, and that's going to be a layup. Bobcats take the lead, 20 seconds left.
Bears got to go. They can't hold for the last shot here. Need to go, so if they miss, they have another opportunity.
Ball in Jalen Johnson's hands. He takes a 3, misses.
Got a foul.
Nicholson looking for the foul, 2.4 seconds left. What a comeback for the Bobcats. Didn't lead the entire game, down 15 points. 21 seconds left. Hits Stewart with an easy layup. And now they're going back to the line with 2.4 seconds left to extend their lead. Going to be a really, really tough for the Bears to come back now. Nicholson on the line. 15 points on the day for him. He's 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and he's going to knock down that one, bringing the game to a 2-point game. The Bobcats just battling that entire second half. It looked almost like the game would be over in the first half, but really just a battle all the way through as the Bears are going to take this timeout, try and game plan this last 2.4 seconds.
Yeah, the Lees-McRae was a couple possessions ago was able to get the trap right at half court on Nas Tyson and was able to get that steal and get that easy layup to go up 1. And then Jalen Johnson got a pretty good look from 3, went in and out. And Lees-McRae was able to corral the rebound and get the foul. Obviously just made the first one, got the second one coming up right here. Coach Sully's drawing something up to get probably a half court or just in front of half court look, ideally, for the game. It's hard to get a great look with 2.4 seconds left for full court, but he's drawing something up to get the best shot possible.
And I think we're going to, at the end of this game, we're going to look back at that 3 by Jalen Johnson. Just way too much time left on the clock to be taking a shot like that. Could have set up the offense a little bit better. Looked like it was a little bit rushed, like he didn't have a real clean shot. But we're going to see what happens here as Nicholson goes for his last free throw, looking to make it a 3-point game. Knocks it down. Bears going to have to come up with a plan here. Bears take another timeout. And I think the turning point in that game was that Jalen Johnson 3. It's over and done now, and they're going to try and game plan it, but
yeah,
it's going to be
tough because you want to go over there. It's hard to get. That was a pretty good look he got. It's hard to get great looks there at the end of the game. I think looking back, maybe they should have gone a little bit earlier. But it was a good look from Jalen, in and out. Maybe could have attacked the basket, but he's the leading three-point shooter this year. And it went in and out. Just ideally probably go a little bit earlier so you have a little bit more time. If this situation occurs, maybe 5 seconds as opposed to 2. But here we are now, 2.4 left, down 3. Bears going to try and draw something up to get a good look and send this game to overtime.
Yeah, win or lose, it was a really good team effort by the Bears. Four Bears over 11 points on the day. Jalen Johnson with 17, 6 for 12 from the field, 3 for 5 from the three-point line, and 2 for 2 from the free throw. And he had 3 rebounds to go along with that. P.J. Joseph for the Bears leading in rebounds with 6. And Johnson, not to mention, 5 assists as well and 3 steals. So he's had a pretty good day so far. And they're going to have to come up with a plan here with 2.4 seconds left. And we're about to find out what that is. Tyson McLean's going to be the one throwing the ball in. They're going to try and get it to about half court here. Tyson, Johnson, and Kangu. Shot by Kangu. It's up. Gonna go off the rim. Bobcats escape with a win. Total team effort by both teams. A complete dogfight. It's going to be a tough one for the Bears to swallow. But they learned a lot of things there late in the game, and that's going to be one that's not going to be fun to rethink and go over the film. Lots of good things, but some bad things late in the game. Blake, what did you see from today?
Yeah, the Bears did a pretty good job overall taking care of the ball, but there at the end, obviously, a crucial turnover by Nas getting trapped. Lees-McRae is able to get it and get that easy layup. Overall, I mean, the Bears scoring-wise spread the wealth pretty well. But, yeah, it's going to eat at them a little bit how the game finished up with that turnover and then leading to that easy layup for Lees-McRae to take the lead and kind of take control of this game. So they'll have stuff that's good and bad that they'll be able to bring out of this game, but it's always tough when you lose a game that you were leading most of the time and gave it and kind of got away from you at the end.
Yeah, I had Gardner's name for Lees-McRae circled on my sheet today. He ended up being the top player for them. 18 points, for 11 from the field, 3 for 7 from the three-point line, and 13 rebounds. And a couple other players, Nicholson with 17 points and 8 rebounds. Stewart with 14 points. But on the LR side, Jalen Johnson was their best player, and we went over his stats, 17 points, 6 for 12 from the field, 3 rebounds, and a trio of threes for him. Four Bears over 11 points on the day. Just not able to close it out again. And we'll be back in the shoe. Good luck to the other Bear sports going on today. Women's soccer playing tomorrow against Queens for the SAC championship. And we'll be back on the Bear Sports Network